How's it going, Jack Attackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing a theory video going over the possibility of whether or not James Olsen from Supergirl is actually going to be Earth 2 Superman in some sort of way in Crisis on Infinite Earths. But first, remember, if you guys are new, make sure to check out my social media and vlogging channel down in the description below. And without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so is this theory actually plausible, and could we get somewhat of an Earth 2 version of Superman in this upcoming Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover? Well, obviously it's not going to be literally Earth 2 Superman because James Olsen lives on Earth 38, amongst with Supergirl and all the other characters on that Earth, so it can't really be Earth 2 Superman, but it would make sense that a bunch of heroes will be fighting in this crossover. And we did see earlier in Season 4 of Supergirl, James actually having superhuman strength and abilities just like Earth 2, well, or any Superman would. So, yes, he doesn't have the powers anymore, which is kind of... it definitely makes this theory less plausible, I would have to say. But that doesn't mean he couldn't get the powers back. And I know a lot of others were speculating that James might become a new hero, or actually take on the mantle of another Superman. So it's not completely far out there to have James actually get the powers that he had earlier along in Season 4 of Supergirl to actually help with this crisis. Personally, I think that'd be really, really cool if he had the Earth 2 Superman suit. I think that'd be really dope, and for him to maybe like fight along Superman if hopefully Superman is in this crossover Crisis on Infinite Earths. That'd just be really amazing, to be honest. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it would be really just unique to see that as well, because obviously James is African American, and I would really like him to be Superman, but again, who knows? He doesn't have the powers anymore, so it is a bit unlikely for that reason. But again, the theory's still there, and I do think it's still plausible, so maybe a little less now. But obviously, I do think that this crisis event is going to be pretty major. I mean, we've gotten so much hype up to this point, so it does make sense that we would need more help. And another Superman, if not James, maybe James from another Earth. This could also be another part to this theory. If it's not James from Earth 38, obviously, since he no longer has the powers, then it could be James from another Earth, or we could just get a different Superman altogether that is actually from Earth 2 and see Earth 2 Superman. But I do think it would be pretty cool if it was our original James Olsen, just because I think it would be more meaningful in that sort of aspect. So I really would like this theory to come true. Again, James not having the powers as of now, it's a bit, you know, kind of makes this theory weaker, but again, we could have James from another Earth, and he could be Earth 2 Superman. Like, imagine if we're in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and we're watching it, and then we see Earth 2 Superman show up, and it is James, but he's from Earth 2, and he's Earth 2 Superman. That can make a lot of sense in my opinion, and it wouldn't have to be directly James from Earth 38, so in that sort of aspect, it does seem to actually be plausible. And I just do think that this threat for Crisis, it's going to need a lot of help. And I would love to see just other heroes from the multiverse show up. And I do think it will make sense. Obviously, if what happens in the comics happens with all the Earths combining into one, then it would even make more sense for other superheroes to show up from the multiverse. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this theory down in the comments below. Do you think James Olsen is Earth 2 Superman? Do you think we will see a version of Earth 2 Superman in Crisis on Infinite Earths? Let me know all that down in the comments below. And if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Boop.